So we just saw that how the octet rule is going to see to it that an atom is going to attain its stable configuration either by gain of electron or loss of electron. Gain of electron is reduction, whereas loss of electron is oxidation. So that is one thing. And secondly is by sharing of electrons. So the electrons can be shared by the atoms so as to attain the electronic stability. So these are some examples now given to you over here on metals and non-metallic elements. So they are given the example of sodium first. So sodium is 2311, and to attain stable octet structure of the nearest noble gas neon, that is 2,8, by loss of electron from its valence shell of forming Na+1 cation by octet rule. So you can see that sodium, which is like this, so there is sodium over here which has got the electronic configuration where there's 2 electrons here and then 8 electrons here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and 1 electron over here. So the electronic configuration is 2, 8, 1. This 1 electron is going to be lost to give you the electronic configuration as 2, 8. Hence it is conforming to the octet rule, and hence what is going to happen is that Na will lose electron and become Na1 plus. So this is a cation which is going to be formed. The positively charged ions are called as cations and negatively charged ions are called as anions. So this is how the cation is going to be formed by the loss of this particular electron is going to be lost, and that will be by the confirming of the octet rule. The same thing could be taken case in chlorine. So this is about Na. So this was Na. And the other one over here is Cl. So in case of Cl, there will be totally around 17 protons and 18 neutrons. And then the first orbit containing only 2 electrons, 1 and 2. The second orbit will contain 8 electrons, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then there will be 7 in the outermost shell, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is the configuration 2, 8, 7. So it is going to gain 1 electron here to form into 2, 8, 8. So that will give you its octet rule, and hence the Cl will be gaining 1 electron to become Cl minus 1 minus to Cl1 minus, which is an anion. So the formation of an anion is going to be formed when an electron is going to be gained by a atom. When an atom gains electron, it forms into a negatively charged ion, which is called as an anion. When an atom loses electron, it is going to become a positively charged anion called as cation. So the loss of electron over here is going to be called as reduction, and the gain of electron over here is called as oxidation. So gain of electron, oxidation. So this is oxidation, and this one, what is happening is the reduction. So the loss of electrons is going to be gain of electrons is oxidation, and loss of electrons, gain of electrons is reduction. The metals always get oxidized, that is the way you can remember it. Metals always get oxidized because they are giveaway needed. So giving away electrons is oxidation. Okay. So oxidation is when the atoms lose electron. Loss of electrons is oxidation. Gain of electrons is reduction. So chlorine attains stable octet structure of nearest resident gas argon 2, 8, 8 by gaining one electron in its valence shell, forming Cl minus anion. Similarly, calcium, which is 2, 8, 8, 2. So okay, the calcium has got 2, 8, 8, 2. So that is going to lose its 2 electrons, and so it will become Ca2 plus. Okay, so that will be Ca2 plus. Similarly, oxygen is 2, 6. So it is going to gain 2 electrons to become 2, 8. So it becomes O2 minus. Okay, so this is examples of another examples of formation of anions and cations. So Calcium attains stable electronic configuration by nearest inert gas 2,8,8 by loss of 2 electrons to form valence shells forming Ca2a cation. Oxygen electronic configuration 2,6 attains stable octet structure of the nearest inert gas by gaining of 2 electrons in its valence shells forming O2 minus an ion. Formation and this gives us the formation of electrovalent compounds, that is this way, that this over here sodium is going to lose electron, that electron is going to be gained by chlorine. So here this has become Na plus, this has become Na minus. So the positive and the negative charge over here are going to be attracted with each other to give you NaCl. So the formation of NaCl is an electrovalent compound or an ionic compound. Why ionic or electrovalent? Because ions are formed or electrovalency. The valency is electrovalent. So that's why the opposite charged cations and anions attract each other with a force, that is electrostatic force of attraction, resulting in the formation of ionic or electrovalent compound, NaCl, CaO, etc. So similarly in calcium also, these 2 electrons are going to go to oxygen and oxygen will take the electrons from here. So accordingly we will be forming CaO as the compound. Whereas in case of non-metallic elements, they are going to be going for sharing of electrons. So what is going to happen is that they are not going to form into electrovalent compound because they are not going to lose their electrons or gain electrons directly. So when 2 non-metals come and combine with each other, like for example 2 nitrogen atoms come in contact with each other. So you see the nitrogen over here will have its outermost orbit containing only 5 electrons. So 1 here, 1 here, 1, 2, 3 here. So another nitrogen here coming here, which will be having its outermost orbit. I am not drawing when you are drawing the structure of the compounds, you are going to draw only the outermost orbit, you don't draw the inner orbits. So these are the 2 nitrogen atoms. So these 2 nitrogen atoms, what they do is that they combine together in such a way that this nitrogen atom and this nitrogen atom will be having their outermost orbit in case like this, such that this 2 will be their own and the 3 over here and 3 over here are being shared by them in this manner. So this way, this is called as covalency. Okay, this is sharing of electrons is taking place. So if I hide this thing, this nitrogen has got how many electrons? 1, 2 and 6 over here, so 8 here. If I hide this has got 1, 2 and 8, 6 over here, so 8. So when the to attain a stable electronic configuration, that is to have a complete octet, if the electrons are being shared by the atoms, then they is called as covalency. The non-metallic elements, nitrogen 14N7, electronic configuration 2,5, to attain stable configuration of the nearest noble gas neon 2,8, it needs 3 electrons in the valence shells. Hydrogen atom 1, hydrogen, that will be electronic configuration 1. To attain stable duplet structure of the nearest noble gas, helium 2, it needs 1 electron in its outermost shell. So the first gives us the formation of the covalent bonds, compounds. Nitrogen or hydrogen atom shares electron pairs with other atoms or atoms, resulting in formation of a molecular or covalent compound for nitrogen, water, ammonia, etc. So example over here is this is the nitrogen molecule. The other one could be of water. This is oxygen, which is over here, and the outermost orbit of the oxygen has got 6 of them. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and the hydrogen over here will be having 1. So accordingly there will be, okay, I'll directly write it this way. So this is the hydrogen giving 1 and oxygen giving 1. So oxygen has given 1, hydrogen has given 1, so sharing of electrons taking place. This is the water molecule, this is nothing but water, H2O. Similarly could be ammonia. Ammonia mein nitrogen is at the center and it has got valence electrons over here. So the valence electrons over here are 5 of them. So hydrogen aayega idhar mein and it is going to share 1 electron with it. Hydrogen 1 will come here and it is going to share one electron with it. Hydrogen will come here to share one electrons with it, and this two will be separate. So nitrogen has got now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hydrogen has got 2, hydrogen got 2, hydrogen got 2. So accordingly, you can see that the atoms are attaining their stable electronic configuration by sharing of electrons. So by sharing of electrons, the atoms are attaining the nearest noble gas ka status, stability. Okay. Now we go to the next part of the chapter, that is nothing but chemical bond. So if you see, this is not the end of the chapter. After the exercise of this part, you have got another part of the chapter, that is chemical bonding. So chemical bonding is a part of the same chapter. Now actually it is exactly the same thing. I don't know why they have made it, but only they wanted to enhance the part of the chemical bond, and that's why they have given it as a separate chapter. So let's see one by one. Of course, the thing which is given on the page, this right hand side page, that the 1 to 20k different electronic configuration atomic structures, we already studied that, so we'll skip that part. But let us go through what is there in the first page. So chemical bond. The force which acts between two or more atoms to hold them together as a stable molecule is called as chemical bond. The concept is called as chemical bonding. Noble gases have stable electronic configuration, that is, their outermost or valence shell is complete. They have 2 electrons in the outermost shell in case of helium, or they have 8 electrons in the outermost shell in case of neon or argon. They do not gain, lose or share electrons and are unreactive or inert. Whereas atoms of the other elements have unstable electronic configuration and their outermost or valence shell is incomplete, they can gain, lose or share electrons. They tend to attain stable electronic configuration of the nearest noble gas by transfer of valence electrons from a metallic atom to a non-metallic atom. That is called as a chemical bond. The chemical bond formed between the two atoms by transfer of one or more electrons from one atom of a metallic element to an atom of a non-metallic element is called as electrovalent bond. So when a metallic element loses the electron to a non-metallic element and the non-metallic element accepts the electron, then one is going to form into a positively charged ion and the other is going to form a negatively charged ion. These two ions when combined together, that kind of a bond is called as electrovalent bond or ionic bond. The chemical compound formed as a result of the transfer of one or more electrons from the atom of a metallic element to the atom of a non-metallic element is called as electrovalent compound. For example, NaCl, CaO, MgCl2, etc. The second kind of combination will be of sharing of electrons. So, mutual sharing of electrons between two pairs of atoms of non-metallic elements. So if there is mutual sharing of electrons, as we see over here, mutual sharing of electrons between two atoms. So the chemical bond formed due to the mutual sharing of electrons between the given pairs of atoms of non-metallic elements is called as covalent bond. So always it is seen that the covalent bond will exist only between non-metals. Non-metals will be the one which is going to form into covalent bond. They cannot, the non-metals, the metals cannot go for covalency because they do not have 4 electrons in the outermost shell. Because to share 8 electrons, दोनों के पास 4 तो होना चाहिए ना कि वो 8 बने. If in case of metals, the number of electrons they are having in the outermost shell is 1, 2 or 3. तो अगर शेयर कर भी दिया तो कितने बनेंगे? 2 या तो 4 या तो 6. 8 बन ही नहीं पाएंगे. So that's the reason metals do not go for covalency, but non-metals they will go for covalency to form a covalent bond. The chemical compound formed due to the mutual sharing of electrons between the given pair of non-metallic elements is called as covalent compound. For an atom to achieve stable electronic configuration, it must have 2 electrons in the first shell, like the noble gas helium, that is the duplet rule, or 8 electrons in the outermost shell, like that in the noble gas other than helium, that is octet rule. Thus, chemical combination of atom involves redistribution of electrons so as to leave each atom with a stable electronic configuration of octet or duplet. So that's what they are given here. Metal going to lose electron with a non-metal and they combine together to form a electrovalent compound. A non-metal having a sharing with another non-metal giving rise to a covalent compound. So the atomic structure of the 1 to 20 is given to you with the colored form. I think the previous one was black and white. Yeah, it was black and white. And almost black and white in one single color, whereas here it is with the color. And also the other difference between the two is that here in the nucleus part they have written the number of protons and the neutrons and they are given the electronic configuration separately, whereas wahan pe alag. So this is the kind of diagram which you are going to draw when you are asked to draw a particular atom. So you are going to draw the nucleus with the number of protons, number of neutrons, the shells with the electrons in it and the electronic configuration at the bottom to tell the of course the name of the atom, the atomic number and the atomic mass number. So there are the first 20 elements. Now we see the structure of certain electrovalent compounds and structure covalent compounds, and I'll also show you one more thing over here, and that is called as the dot diagram. So electronic dot diagram, because you are also having in the 10th standard at least, not in the 9th standard, but in the 10th standard at least, you are going to draw not the structural diagram but the dot diagram also. So I'll explain you both of them simultaneously. So let's see one by one the different structures of the compounds which are going to be formed. So let's start. So to start with, we are going to take the first one is sodium chloride. So the formation of the sodium chloride, what you are going to draw is, first we'll draw the structural diagram. So in case of structural diagram, what we'll be drawing is, we are going to first draw the sodium. So in case of sodium, we are just going to say Na, and we are going to draw the outermost orbit over here like this. Okay, we are going to draw the outermost orbit. In fact, they are given you the complete orbit, so you can draw even the complete orbit, not a problem. So we can draw a complete orbit. Let's draw the complete orbit so that you are not losing marks, because the textbook tells you to draw the complete orbit. So let's draw the complete orbit. And then there will be plus sign, and we are going to say that this electron over here is going to get transferred like this. So this is the Cl part. The Cl part will be containing the electrons here, 1 and 2, and then the next part will be 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the next part will be having 7 electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is going to come over here to add up to this thing, and then you are going to show over here an arrow and then a bracket wherein you will be taking this 2 again. So it will be Na, which will be like this, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will be plus 1 over here because it has lost 1, so it will be Na plus, which will be 2, 8, right? And over here will be Cl. Cl will be having 2 electrons here, then 8 electrons here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then again it will be having 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It will be negative, so this will be Cl minus. This will 2, 8, 8, like this. So this is how you are going to show the sodium chloride ka orbital structural diagram. The structural diagram, orbital structural diagram. If you are going to ask, if they ask you, draw the orbital structural diagram of the formation of sodium chloride, you are going to draw these things. So you are going to draw this plus chlorine, giving you Na plus and Cl minus in one particular bracket. So if at all you are not able to draw it in the same way, you can always say this and then an arrow करके नीचे भी draw कर सकते हो, कोई problem नहीं है. Not that एक ही line में आना ही चाहिए line में, because अगर space कम पड़ेगा तो you can always draw it either like landscape mode on the whole paper, or you can draw it 1 2 here and then you can say arrow करके यहाँ पे उसका resultant बना सकते हैं. So not a problem. Now in the 10th standard you will be having it this way, that you can draw these structures in the form of dot diagram. In the case of dot diagram, very simple. You know what happens over here is you just have to say Na, and then you have to say how many electrons it has got. It has got only one electron in the outermost shell, so you just put a one dot over here and this dot over here, and then say plus and then Cl here. And how many are they got? They have got 7 electrons outside over here. And then you are going to show an arrow like this, and then you are going to show it in an arrow, right? And then you make it as Na plus 1, and this will be Cl minus 1. Okay, so that will be the Na plus 1 plus Cl minus 1 to give you NaCl. This is called as the dot diagram, and this is orbital structure. Okay, this is the orbital structure and this is the dot diagram. What will be dot diagram, or you can say electron dot diagram, electron dot structure. Okay, it's also called as electron dot structure. Okay, this is how we are going to say that how the formation of the Na to give Na 2,8,1 से हो जाएगा. This is you are going to write over here. This is Na atom, which is going to be 2,8,1, and this is going to be chlorine atom. This is Cl atom, which is going to be 2,8,7. So this, of course, you need to write this, and then you are writing this. So that is you are writing here. Even in this case, you are going to write over here. It will be 2,8,1, and you are going to write 2,8,7. This will be 2,8, and this will be 2,8,8. So yeah, you need to write these things in case of the structure. So you can see chlorine accepts the loss of one electron from its outermost shell of the sodium to attain stability to the nearest neon. So it is Na plus 1, and chlorine accepts its outermost shell to attain stability of the nearest noble gas argon to become to chloride ion, that is Cl minus 1. So the cation Na plus 1 and Cl minus 1 are oppositely charged particles which attract one another to form an electrovalent bond, leading to the formation of an electrovalent compound NaCl. Okay, so that was about how to draw the atomic structure diagram. So the same thing can also be drawn for the different kind of substances. So different kind of substances, we are just going to keep on doing the same kind of structural things. So if we are having like the next one is calcium oxide. So calcium oxide में क्या होगा, ये Ca है. So Ca कैसा होगा? It will be Ca, it will be here like this. Will be having 2 electrons. So I just draw the outermost orbit, so 2 electrons here, and oxygen over here, which will be having the outermost orbit, will be having 6 electrons. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is going to come here and this is going to come here, plus लिखे, और उसके बाद मिलेगा आप लोग को यहाँ पे Ca2 plus and will be O plus, that is O2 minus. Okay, this is how you are going to get this thing. So 2 minus and 2 plus, so 2 minus, and they'll give you the required CaO. So that is how you are going to draw for calcium oxide. So very simple, same thing, again the same thing exactly. Ca ka bhi, not only the outermost orbit, you are going to draw the complete thing. So 2,8,8 यहाँ पे 2,8,8 so this will be 2,8,8,2. This is 2,6. This is 2,8,8. This is 2,8. That is the calcium oxide. The next one is magnesium oxide. So in case of magnesium oxide, you can see there are going to be magnesium chloride. So in case of magnesium chloride, there will be 2 chloride molecules required. So the number of molecules required for chlorine, for magnesium will be 2. So that's why it will be magnesium chloride So in case of magnesium chloride, what we'll be doing is that we know that it's 2, 8, 2. So Mg will be written in the center with 2, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 2 here, 1 and 1. Okay. Over here plus, here will be Cl. So I just draw the outermost orbit. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Over here also Cl, which will be having the outermost orbit over here as 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This electron will go here and this electron will go here to give you this as 2, 8, 7 tha. ये 2, 8, 8, 2 tha. This is 2, 8, 7. And resultant will be a bracket inside like this and giving you the three things as Cl having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 8, 8. Then will be Mg over here. This will be Cl minus 1. The Cl minus 1. This Mg will be having the 2, 8, 8. Okay, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just drawing the outermost orbit. You'll have to draw the complete thing as per your textbook. So you'll have to draw it completely. And then there will be Cl again. The Cl over here will be having the outermost shell here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is Mg2 plus. So this is Mg2 plus and this will be Cl minus 2, 8, 8 like this. So that is magnesium chloride. So दो Cl है तो दो बनाना पड़ेगा उधर. So that is how the electrovalent bonds are going to be drawn based on the atomic structure. So the structural diagram will be this way. If you want to see the dot diagram of this thing, it will be like this. It will be Mg and then 2 dots here and then same plus it will be Cl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One goes here, one goes here, and this gives you the resultant over here as Mg 2 plus and plus Cl. It will be 2Cl. Sorry, it will be 2 plus 2Cl minus 1 to give you the resultant MgCl2. Okay, so that was about the electrovalent compounds. So electrovalent compounds, we have seen that this is how you can draw the electrovalent compounds by the orbital structure or the dot diagram. Dot diagrams of course is not there in the 9th standard, but I am just giving you this hint that yes, there is something like dot diagram like this which can be drawn. Okay, now we come to the covalent compounds. I'll take it in the next video.